Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone. It was a must-see event last night as the House committee looking into the January 6th insurrection held primetime hearings. With new, never-before-seen video, the 9-member panel began making its case that the blame for the deadly riot points directly to Donald Trump. According to video testimony from former Attorney General William Barr, he told Trump that his claims of election fraud were complete nonsense. Meantime, among those testifying in person last night was U.S. Capitol Police Officer Carolyn Edwards, who was seriously injured when rioters forced their way inside of the Capitol.
And my foot caught the stair behind me, and my chin hit the handrail, and then at that point I had blacked out, but the back of my head clipped the concrete stairs behind me.
And you were knocked unconscious, is that right, Officer Edwards?
Yes, ma'am.
But then when you regained consciousness, even with the injuries, you returned to duty, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. At that time, adrenaline kicked in, and that's when I got sprayed in the eyes as well. I was taken to be decontaminated by another officer, but we didn't get the chance because we were then tear gassed.
The January 6 hearings continue Monday morning at 10. Well, Maryland is a step closer to getting a new span over the busy Chesapeake Bay. The governor today announced the state is launching a Tier 2 $28 million study looking into a new bridge. The study will also examine traffic solutions for the entire 22-mile corridor from the Severn Bridge to the US 5301 split. Hogan promises public input.
And we're going to seek input from county and local governments and from environmental regulatory agencies, and we will be actively engaging Marylanders and providing plenty of opportunities for public citizen input throughout the entire process. This is the critical next step, which is necessary in order to move forward so that we can make a new Bay crossing a reality in the years to come. It's just one more way that together we truly are changing Maryland for the better.
Next month marks the 70th anniversary of the opening of the Bay Bridge. Well, the motorist killed in a police-involved chase on Wednesday has been identified. 66-year-old Johnny Morris of Brandywine was killed in a fatal crash following an attempted traffic stop and police pursuit of another vehicle. Morris was the driver of a car that was not involved in the Upper Marlboro traffic stop. The officer involved has been identified as Prince George's Corporal Antoinette Williams, a 10-and-a-half-year veteran assigned to the Bureau of Patrol. Well, Rashawn Baker drops out of the race for Maryland governor. Baker made the surprise announcement this morning telling Maryland Matters that he didn't have enough money to continue his campaign. A recent Baltimore Sun poll had Baker running fourth among 10 Democrats in the race for governor. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone. Coming up, the Red Cross makes another pitch for blood donations. We'll have all the details after the break.
The American Red Cross blood supply is at historically low levels this winter, and we're facing a dangerous situation across the country. Without the blood they need, hospitals may be forced to make tough decisions about patient care. Donors are needed now to ensure blood is available for everyone who needs it when they need it. The good news is, you can help. Make an appointment to give now. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. Patients are counting on you.
Welcome back. Well, Maryland was recently ranked as the safest state in the nation during the COVID pandemic. Governor Hogan and health leaders touted that fact during a press conference yesterday afternoon while discussing how the state has fully transitioned from treating COVID as an emergency into an ongoing operation of government. Part of that operation includes vaccinating Maryland's youngest residents.
Next week, both the FDA and the CDC's advisory committees will be reviewing both the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine for children 6 months to 4 years old, through 4 years old, and a Moderna COVID-19 vaccine for children under 6 years old. The Pfizer vaccine will be a 3-dose vaccine series, and the Moderna vaccines will be 2 doses. If approved, on Monday, June 20th, COVID-19 vaccines for infants and toddlers will be available in Maryland.
Officials say the state has been working to make sure that the infant-toddler vaccine is available right away once it's approved. Well, as the Red Cross experience a decline in blood donations, county officials are urging residents to help out. They ask that you consider donating at blood drives like this one taking place today at the First Baptist Church of Highland Park.
The importance of this event today is so significant because in the Black community, we don't traditionally give and donate blood at the level of the other ethnic groups.
In political news, Prince George's County Executive Angela Also Brooks endorses Brooke Learman in her campaign to be Maryland's next comptroller. The two say they share an overlapping vision for the county. The announcement will be followed by joint appearances on the campaign trail. Meantime, her Democratic challenger, Tim Adams, releases his first statewide TV ads. The promos focus on fully funding education and the rising cost of living, particularly at the gas pump. A new art exhibit that highlights local Black queer art comes to Bowie. The Black and Proud Plus Art exhibit is now at the Bowie Branch Library, coinciding with Pride Month. It first launched back in February at the Oxon Hill Library. Then it went to the new Carrollton branch before coming to Bowie.
When things happen, it is important that creativity brings us together. And that's what a lot of these pieces do. We have one about Black Lives Matter, we have some about family, and we just have one about being yourself. So when people see themselves in art, it gives them a means to be okay. And they say it's okay to be who you are and celebrate, but even better than that, to celebrate who you are.
The exhibit will move to the Greenbelt Branch Library next month. The 21st annual Cops Ride event is back after pausing for 2 years due to COVID. The event is in order to raise money for police survivors and families of law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty. Over the past 20 years, over $1 million has been raised for the Maryland chapter of Concerns of Police Survivors. Percy Alston says the annual Cop Ride is important for the law enforcement community.
When you are personally touched by somebody who's killed in the line of duty, it does become emotional. It's very emotional, and but it's, like I said, it's a great sense of pride when we can provide that support, peer support, counseling. There's camps for the kids. Like I said, the financial support initially that's provided for people. So being able to do those things, gives them a good foundation, a good base to move forward.
The event is held this Sunday at 10 a.m. at various locations across the state. Still to come, a special groundbreaking takes place today. We'll have all the details. Don't go away. Thanks for staying with us. Well, Anne Arundel officials break ground on a new bridge that will connect with Prince George's County. The Patuxent River Bridge will merge with the WB and A Trail across borders.
This county and Prince George's County in this area was full of trails back before the cars took over. And now we've got cars everywhere, and it's hard to even get on a bicycle and go anywhere safely or walk anywhere. So this network that we're creating in our county is coming together. We've got a lot of little sections here and there, and being able to get across the river and connect to our friends on the other side in Prince George's County is going to make it possible for us to go for much longer walks and much longer bike rides and much longer runs for those of you who are fit enough to do that. And I'm really looking forward to meeting Angela Also Brooks on the middle of the river, on the bridge, on our bikes. And I've talked to her about this, and we're both looking forward to actually doing that. Today's groundbreaking was held at the Two Rivers Development in Odenton.
Well, Men's Health is taking center stage tomorrow at an online forum hosted by the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. The theme for the 2022 Men's Forum is Where Do We Go From Here? A blueprint for men's health. Organizers say they want to address the issue by targeting many facets of life.
One segment is on spiritual wellness, one segment is on financial wellness, intellectual wellness, emotional wellness, and we have a medical provider roundtable. So the idea is that we're really trying to address a number of topics around a range of issues that impact health, really known as the social determinants of health. So we know health, education, income, finances, all those impact health. So we're really trying to take a whole person approach to sort of addressing some of the topics specific to men's health for Men's Health Month, which is this June.
The virtual event is tomorrow from 10:30 to 2:30. To register, you can go to the address on your screen. A sorority wants to help county residents take control of their finances and build generational wealth. The Psi Epsilon Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority is hosting an online financial freedom fair this weekend. The educational webinar will take place this Sunday, June 12th from 1 to 3 p.m. Organizers say participants will learn how to budget, invest, estate plan, and even learn tools to repair their credit score.
What we have found is that as you look at particularly during the pandemic and during this COVID-19 crisis, we have to stay connected with our communities to help them rebuild, in this case, wealth opportunities, to help repair credit that was perhaps damaged during the pandemic.
For more information on the event, visit the website on your screen. Tuesday marks the start of the mandatory minicamp for the Washington Commanders. The Commanders have a new man under center and quarterback Carson Wentz. The QB is getting adjusted with his new teammates, one of them being rookie Brian Robinson Jr., who is excited about how Wentz can positively impact this year's team.
Carson, he's been great for us. He's looking better than ever. He's getting the ball out of his hands fast. Making some great passes. He was always a guy, I had to watch on TV. I ain't never had a chance to, play against him or play beside him. So, just to have, the opportunity, to see him up close in person and as one of my teammates, I'm excited for what he.
Again, mandatory minicamp begins next week. Well, let's get a quick check now on your 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, temps will reach a low of 63. Tomorrow, expect scattered showers in the morning. Highs will reach 73 and lows about 61. Sunday, an increased chance of thunderstorms with highs of 84 and a low of 67. The work week begins with partly cloudy skies and highs reach 90 degrees. And now for your community calendar. Are you and your family a friend or a fan of Legos? Then the #1 Lego event in the U.S. is here for you. The Brick Fest live tour is filled with live stage shows, life-size Lego models, building opportunities, and more. They're making a stop in Landover from Saturday, June 11th to Sunday, June 12th at the Sports and Learning Complex. Tickets must be purchased in advance. And that is your CTV News for now. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Patricia Vallone. Have a great weekend.
You see certain things get reincarnated in your children. My daughter is very much inspired by my wife's artistic pursuits. So my daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. And if there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops. My dad wasn't around, and I remember riding a bike and falling off and cutting myself, and me never just wanted to get back on it. People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike, and you didn't. I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.